Hello and welcome to marketing91.com. Price is the amount of money charged for a product or service. Pricing of a product is one of the vital elements of marketing mix. It is the only element in marketing mix that produces revenue. Odd pricing. An odd price ends in an odd number or is just kept under a round number. Example, Apple in India follows odd pricing for iPhones. Psychological pricing. When a firm fixes the price at a full number, it is called psychological pricing. The price setters feel that certain products are psychologically appealing. For example, Apple prices a laptop at $1,299.99 and not a flat $1,300. That $0.01 actually makes a surprising difference in the amount of sales that can be made. Instead of charging $1,300, charging $1,299 for the product makes the price appear to be in the $1,200 range rather than the $1,300 range. Prestige pricing. Prestige price is one that is fixed at a higher price than the producer's near-perfect substitute. Such a price is applied to luxury goods where the seller is successful in creating a status symbol for his product. Brands like Ralph Lauren, Gucci, Calvin Klein and Giorgio Armani have a higher price point because they represent more than just clothes. These brands have a reputation which makes a huge difference. Customary prices. Prices are fixed to suit local conditions. It is usually adopted by chain stores. For example, 5-Star and Fruity have been selling in the Indian market for almost the same price over the years at ₹5 and ₹10. Thus, any new brand which would like to launch a product in the same category would have to price its product at the customary price of ₹5 or ₹10. If the majority of the fast food restaurants are selling cheeseburgers for $1, every other fast food restaurant has to sell its cheeseburgers for $1 too, or risk losing sales to competition. Geographic pricing. When a manufacturer adopts different prices for each area without creating any ill will among customers, it's called geographic pricing. Example, DHL, a provider of international air express service, charges different rates across to different destinations. There are 3 methods that relate to the absorption of distribution costs under this system. FOB pricing, free on board. In FOB origin, the buyer incurs the cost of transit and distribution. In FOB destination, the price quoted by the seller is inclusive of transit charges. Zone pricing, it denotes the equality of prices in the same zone. Basic or base point pricing. In this pricing, one or more cities are selected as base points and the transport cost is collected from the base point to the buyer's location. Price lining. Under this method, pricing decisions are made only initially and prices thus fixed remain constant over a long period. Any changes in the market conditions are met by adjustments in the quality of merchandise. For example, the entry model of the Audi A1 costs less than the top-range car Audi A8. Apple's basic iPad with Wi-Fi and limited storage costs about $500. The next iPad is the one with 4G and the same limited storage, but it costs somewhere around $650. Same categories of rooms in hotels having different prices because of different amenities and facilities offered. Smartphones with added features are sold at a higher price than the original model to which the features are added. Single pricing. Retailers charge the same price for the same product under similar circumstances. It is also referred to as one price policy. Example, dollar store. Dual or discriminatory pricing. When a producer sells the same product at 2 or more different prices, it is dual pricing. Example, Argos charged £5 more for a child scooter if it was pink instead of blue. Monopoly pricing. Under monopoly, competition is absent and there are no substitutes. Pricing of products under such situations is called monopoly pricing. The seller has a free hand in fixing pricing. Example, railways in India. Sealed bid pricing or competitive bidding. This method is followed in case of specific job works. Example, normally big firms or government gets the work done through contractors. The contractor works out the probable expenditure and gives the price offer in a sealed cover. The lowest bidder gets the work. Skimming pricing. It involves charging high prices. The objective of market skimming is to benefit from high short-term profits owing to the newness of the product. Example, iPhone. Penetration pricing. Companies charge low prices to capture a large market share. The objective of this pricing strategy is to stimulate purchases and discourage competitors from entering the market due to low profit per item. Example, Micromax. Charging what the traffic will bear. It is usually adopted by professionals. They charge fees on the basis of ability to pay, and the cost factor is secondary in their charges. Also, a monopolist can afford to adopt this principle to maximize his or her profits. Example, professionals like doctors, lawyers, consultants, chartered accountants, etc. charge fees on the basis of ability of the client to pay. Premium pricing. It is a mix of what the traffic will bear, idea, and the value for money. Marketer has a premium product, uses best technology, employs premium promotion program, and has a premium distribution process. This strategy works well when buyers are not price conscious and they're willing to pay higher price if they get a better product and wider choice. For example, Vespa scooters, Apple, and Starbucks, etc. use premium pricing for their products, as this pricing strategy helps maintain the high-end image of the company and its products and attracts a smaller market share compared to people from middle and upper classes. Price bundling. Products are sold together as a package deal and charged one price. The objective of this strategy is to stimulate purchases by offering attractive package deals. For example, McDonald's. In McDonald's, the price of a full meal includes burger, fries, and Coke is always lower than the price of each item put together. Loss leader pricing. Retailers sell a few items, usually fast-moving goods, at deep discounts to increase traffic and sale of complementary items. Discounted products must be high in demand and the deal should appear as a bargain. The retailers usually chooses his own store brands for higher pricing, as those prices cannot be compared with other stores. Example, the price of bread, eggs, and milk are often discounted by retailers to increase the sales of complementary items such as rice, flour, and pulses. Stay tuned for more videos on marketing. Thank you.